Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today, I wanted to share some advice for those of you who are actually considering a career in straight truck expediting. Maybe you're new to the world of trucking, or maybe you're just curious about what it takes to get started. Either way, hopefully, some of these tips will give you a solid foundation and help you start off on the right foot. So, tip one, uh, do your research. Research the industry thoroughly before jumping in. Take some time to really understand what straight truck expediting is all about. It's a unique niche in trucking where you're typically hauling smaller loads on tight deadlines. Spend some time reading articles, watching videos, tons of YouTube videos out there, and learn about the different companies that specialize in expediting. The more you know up front, the better prepared you're going to be. One thing that's especially nice about Hyfield is the fact that we offer a mentor program, and they are great resources in getting you started off on the right foot and making money right off the bat. Tip number two, choose the right carrier or partner. Not all carriers or companies are going to be the same. Some focus on certain types of different freight, while others might offer support systems or different pay schedules and things like that. Do your homework and find a company that aligns with your goals and what you're looking for. We all know that everybody out in expediting is not out here wanting to do this 24/7, 365 days a year for many, many years. Most people who come into the industry have a set goal in mind, whether that be 3, 5, 10 years, and they want to get out. So make sure you have goals in place. For example, here at Hyfield Trucking, we work very closely with carriers like FedEx Custom Critical and Panther Premium Logistics. So, understanding what each company offers is going to help you make a more informed decision. For example, on the FedEx side, we are hauling mainly pharmaceuticals and a lot of reefer freight. On the Panther side, you're going to haul more automotive and dry freight. Panther side, you're going to have a flat rate, whereas on the FedEx side, you're tied to your phone and electronic devices a lot because you're bidding on loads, working off of a load board, and things like that. So many differences between the two companies. So just make sure that you are aware of which one would better align with you and what you're more comfortable with, because some people don't like technology, don't want to be tied to their phone 24/7, whereas others don't mind it. So, knowing that can greatly affect which company you choose to go with. Tip number three, learn about independent contracting. Most expediters work as independent contractors. You're not a traditional employee. This means that you are essentially running your own business. So you need to understand how your taxes work, what deductions you're eligible for. I'm not a tax professional, so definitely reach out to one. But how to manage your expenses. It can definitely feel overwhelming at first, but taking the time to learn these basics is going to save you tons of headaches down the road. You're responsible for your own health insurance. So having something in place, knowing what to do if you get sick or ill or hurt or injured, with either carrier that Highfield works with, FedEx or Panther, you're going to have a workers' comp policy to cover anything that may happen whenever you're doing the actual job. But that doesn't cover things like you just getting hurt elsewhere if you fall ill or sick or something like that and end up in the hospital. So make sure you have a plan in place that you can fall back on to help you with those type of expenses, because you're responsible for everything. You are running your own business. This is your decision. These are your decisions that you make out on the road, and it's your business. So you're responsible for that. Another tip along those same lines is be financially prepared. So, starting out in expediting, it often involves upfront cost. You're going to have costs on the FedEx side with taking your GDP courses, learning how to load freight, how to secure that freight. Whenever we do a lot of reefer freight with pharmaceuticals, you have to position it a certain way inside the box. And so that's what this course teaches. So that is an upfront cost. And the fact that you are an independent contractor, that's something that you do have to pay for out the box. Highfield does have things in place to help you to cover that cost, but it's better if you're financially prepared before you ever come out. That way you can do this on your own and you don't have any unexpected surprises. You need to invest in different equipment, Hyfield is going to provide all the equipment that you need to do the job whenever it comes to your lift gate, your pallet jack, and straps and bars and all that stuff to secure freight. However, you're going to have equipment that you do need to purchase, like hard steel toed shoes, a hard hat, a vest. A lot of places that you go to, hazmat facilities, they're going to require you to have a vest. So most of them will provide that to you, but it's always to have that on hand in case they don't have one. You would hate to be turned away at a shipper because you didn't have the proper equipment going in to be able to pick up that load. So those are little things that you will have to supply on your own. And so being able to get those and be ready out the gate, you're going to be a mile ahead of everybody else. Make sure that you set aside money for unexpected things that may arise. You know, when you're out there, you're going to have approximately 3 weeks before you get that first paycheck. Just the way the pay runs, and by the time the carrier turns around and pays Hyfield, and then Hyfield pays you, they're not holding back a paycheck or anything like that. It's just the time frame that it takes for that to go through the pipeline and get to you. So make sure you have a little bit of money set aside for food, for daily living expenses while you're out on the road. You know, you're not going to have things like electric bill or anything like that, but you do need to eat. You need to maybe pick up something at the store for the truck, or a coffee pot, or just groceries or anything like that. So you need to have that in place before you ever start. Have that little financial cushion. It's going to go a long way. This is going to help you handle, like I said, unexpected surprises, and just keep you focused on your long-term goals while you get things in place and get started out. Because starting out is the hardest part, and that's what takes the longest. So you just want to have that extra push to help you along the way. Tip number 5, network with other expediters. That's one thing that we do see a lot out here. Hyfield has a mentor program. They are going to greatly assist you with knowing where to go and how to get going, and the types of loads to accept, and the places to go, and states to stay out of, because expedited freight is very low. So, and just with your mentors, also talking to other expediters, anyone who can offer advice, who's been in the industry for a very long time. There's lots of Facebook groups out there. You know, I'm not saying everyone knows everything, because the minute you start thinking that, that's whenever you have a problem. But there are a lot of people on those groups that have years in this industry and that are willing to help you if you just ask. And whenever you're asking the right questions, read through the groups, read through responses that other people post. Don't just get on there and blurt out stuff and, oh, this job sucks, and oh, I'm losing at this, I'm not making no money. Actually ask the right questions, and you're going to get the right response. There are, like I said, lots of people on there that's been in this industry for a very long time, and they're more than willing to help you. All you got to do is just ask. Reaching out, learning by talking to others who's been in your shoes, who's been just starting out. Join, like I said, the online forums, social media groups on Facebook. Attend any industry events, like, you know, there used to be the Expedite Expo. Of course, they're not having that this year. Hopefully we could try to do something in the future to try to bring expediters together. We're kind of browsing through that field. We haven't pinned anything down, but just stay in contact with people. The more you can absorb and learn from people in the industry who's been out here a long time, it's just going to benefit you so greatly. You're going to pick up tons of valuable insights. You're going to get answers to questions. You're going to hear about opportunities that you would have never found on your own. You know, like even here at Hyfield, after you've been over the road for at least a year and you've got proven success under your belt, you know, you may want to buy your own truck, and Hyfield has that lease purchase program in place to help get you started. So it's little things like that that you can greatly learn a lot of information from others. Tip number 6, stay patient and flexible. The expediting world can be very unpredictable, to say the least. Some weeks are going to be slow, others are going to be extremely busy. So just be patient and adaptable is the key to succeeding. Understand that there was always going to be ups and downs, and try to stay positive during the quieter times. Over time, you're going to find your own rhythm. You're going to learn what works for you and navigate the industry more effectively. You're going to learn the states that you can go to, the places that are super busy, the places that are not so busy. You're going to learn that that $5,000 load going out west of California is maybe not the best idea because you get there and sit for days waiting to get something back out. Um, just be very adaptable. You're always going to run into problems, and expediting is one of those things that you have to overcome the challenges. So if you're a problem solver, if you're someone who likes taking on those problems and you're willing to work through those problems, you're going to make it very far in this industry. So there you have it. Those are some quick tips, essential tips for anyone interested in becoming a straight truck expediter. Starting out can feel very challenging, but with the right preparation and mindset, you can build a rewarding career. I have that experience myself. I spent almost 15 years with FedEx Custom Critical, and I really enjoyed my time out on the road. So if you found these tips helpful, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions or topics that you would like for me to cover in future videos, I would love to hear your thoughts on those. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, as I hope to have more of these coming out in the future. As always, keep those wheels a turning, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everybody.